Hey everyone, I'm Bitter Steve, and now that cherry season is almost over, I want to make a couple of shrubs so I can enjoy tasty cherry cocktails all summer. I'll make a simple one with Rainier cherries and a more complex one with Sweet Reds. And let me create some delicious new cocktails to showcase these shrubs, and that way we can enjoy the rest of the summer drinking delicious cherry shrub cocktails together. The first one will be simple, just fruit, sugar, and vinegar. I used a champagne vinegar so as not to overwhelm the delicate tart flavor of the Rainier cherries. We'll start with a pair of simple cocktails, one for each shrub, and honestly you could probably use either shrub in these. For the Rainier shrub, let's make a simple rye sour, a Rainier sour if you will. I'm trying out Jack Daniel's rye, the internet says it's good and I found it in a half bottle. We'll also use lemon juice in the shrub. Let's use the sweet cherry shrub in a blood and sand variation I'm calling red shrub and sand. Scotch, vermouth, cherry lemon shrub, and San Pellegrino or Aranciata Rossa. She got that melanin. That's nice. I was afraid that the vinegar was going to come off a little strong given how light the Rainier cherry flavor is, which is why I used the champagne vinegar in the first place. But this is a decent cocktail. The rye goes very well with it. Wow, this one is amazing. The scotch and the shrub play well together. The vermouth enhances the clove and the lemon peel, and the San Pellegrino upgrades this overall. Before we go on, let's make the shrub so you know what I'm talking about. I use a simple recipe for cherry shrub. 2 cups of pitted cherries, and you can slice these in half if you want. Add in 1.5 cups of sugar, cover, and let sit for 24 hours on the counter. If you've got other ingredients like spices or zest, throw them in here. After it rests, add in 1.5 cups of vinegar and let it sit for another 4 to 5 days. Wow, this smells amazing. When you strain, use a wooden spoon or a potato masher to squeeze out any juice you can, and the key is to capture and incorporate all the sugar that hasn't yet dissolved. My Rainier shrub clouded up in the fridge, so I ran it through a coffee filter to clean it up. I also let these sit in the fridge for at least 2 weeks before I made any cocktails out of it. Let's do something a little more advanced for the next Rainier cocktail. We'll start with a bourbon honey reduction. I'm using equal parts honey and bourbon. I'm going to reduce by half until we have the consistency of honey again. I'm not making a lot. I won't have a lot of use for this. Next, we'll grate some ginger, thyme leaves, and turbinado sugar, and I'm going to grind all this up in a mortar and pestle. gonna dip the glass in the honey and then rim it with our sugar, ginger, thyme mixture. The rest of our ingredients are here, and let's muddle the basil leaves and the lemon juice in the shaker. Add everything else, shake and strain over a large cube, and top with ginger. Wow, wow, wow. This is an amazing cocktail. There's just so much going on, coming in from every direction. The herbs, bourbon, and citrus meld together. The basil and the shrub are just made for each other. Though this definitely needs a decent orange liqueur. Don't use triple sec or Cointreau. Use something with a lot of depth. The last two I designed around the cherry lemon shrub. It's easier to get sweet red cherries. Let's start with the Cherrinade, a cherry shrub lemonade. A sumptuous mix of whiskey, cherry shrub, and lemon juice. Just build and swizzle in a Collins glass, top with club soda and some mint, and voila! Lastly, let's make Tupelo cherry. Let's get out that bourbon honey reduction. Dip the glass in, and let's coat this rim in salt. Just use something interesting. I was going to use a bourbon salt, but that seemed redundant. Toss in rum, pineapple juice, the cherry shrub, and I was originally going to use honey syrup, but since I'm already doing the bourbon reduction, let's use bay vinegar instead. But seriously, you can use honey syrup or simple syrup. I'm just being easy. Such a fun drink. It's like lemonade, only better. So delicious. Definitely worth the effort. The pineapple and the shrub are perfect together, and both of these go fantastic with the honey and the bourbon. Another amazing cocktail. Well, there you have a number of interesting cocktails, all using cherry shrub, all extremely delicious. I hope this gives you some ideas for your own shrubs and shrub cocktails. I'd love to hear what you come up with. So leave a comment below, and I'll catch you in the next video.